Yes. How many of you woke up this morning just fine, got into your day, just to find that things started going wrong? You drop your cup, you spill a tea on yourself, or whatever, or coffee. You bump yourself with your foot or your toes. Something about you bumped yourself somewhere. So these little things, and you start getting frustrated, and they build up. You get to your car, you open the door, and suddenly the dangle or the key drops on the floor, or you can't find your dangle, you can't find your key, your phone is this. These little things that just suddenly happened. But your intention all along has been to make it a great day. You woke up just fine with great attitude, and all of a sudden these things are happening to you. And you wonder, what the heck? I just woke up normal. I was intending to have a best day, and all of a sudden these things are just happening. And each and every one of us, it's a build-up. It's a build-up of frustration. You get frustrated, and the moment you hit the road, suddenly the traffic, you see it's a bumper to bumper, and you wonder, what the heck, and where is everybody going? For those who are still driving, and for those who are telecommuting, you hop in a computer and your computer is not responding properly, your internet is misbehaving. All of these things are just building up. My name is Alfah Shirin. So the question is, whom do you serve in this day? And if you have been following me, you will have learned that I have defined love as that which you frequently think. Love is that which you frequently think. That which you think frequently define the love you have for that thing. So in the scripture, there's this word, there's this question was asked: whom do you serve? Choose whom you serve on this day. It's a very interesting question. Choose whom do you serve on this day. So when these things are happening, as in the movie they call it crescendo, things are building up. This is going wrong, that is going wrong, that is agitating, that is aggravating you, that is rubbing you off. When these things are building up, when these things are happening, you're asked whom you would serve. Do you want to serve that moment with its apparent experience? Do you want to serve that moment with its apparent experience? In the next moment with apparent experience, and the next thereafter, and the next thereafter. Whom do you want to serve? The choice is yours. In an essence, if love is to think frequently of something, so when things are happening in that way, the first reaction most of us will have is, what's wrong with this? And if we're proficient in our profanity, what the fuck is this? I didn't call for this. And the next thing happened, man, this fuck or fudge, whatever word you're using, you find yourself, you're building up into that word, and frustration is building up. But you have a choice to think of that which is happening at the apparent moment, the thing that at that moment with its apparent appearance, or to think in a way that is different. This morning I had the same choice. I woke up earlier in my normal usual time. I usually have my gratitude moment in the morning. So I enter into my gratitude moment in the morning. I was done with my gratitude moment just on time. I hopped up from bed and I went out and do my stretching moment. For me, you want to call it yoga, but whatever you want to call it, is stretching. I'm just stretching. I'm stretching lightly. I did my stretching routine, and when I was done with my stretching routine, I got ready my cleaning routine. I hope some of you do that. So I got into my cleaning routine. After I was done, got dressed, and my princess was ready. She had made my water. I have a routine for my water, so don't criticize me for it. You got your routine, I have my routine, and it's all a happy routine. So I got my princess had already prepared my water the way I do it. I warm up my water, I add some ingredients in there, so it is a homemade self-boosted water. Everything I use is natural. I grew up eating things natural. So apparently I discovered the secret. All these natural ingredients are available. And I call it natural because it says natural. So I assume the person who put the label there is truthful to its nature. So I added my natural stuff into my water and we left. On time. The moment we hit the freeway, there we saw a traffic, bumper to bumper. The sun was beaming straight in our direction, so everybody was taking their time in their driving. The traffic was as long as my eyes could see, and we had two roundabouts, one traffic light, and you can imagine what those three things will do. That moment, I just wanted to think, what the heck? Where is everybody going this morning? They're going the same place I'm going to do something. But that wanted to come into my mind. But being the fact that I know that I have a choice, and that's the key, the awareness. I was told through my teacher told me one time, he said, there are three types of people when it comes to the art of thinking. There are those who will see an elephant from far distance, so they will prepare and respond accordingly. And there are those who will see the distance, they will see an elephant right before their presence. And yet they will still have an opportunity to respond to that, not react, to respond. And then there are those who will see the elephant from the back. The elephant has already passed, so they react. Meaning that there are those who when a situation happens, they perceive it from a distance and they change their mind. They change their thinking. And there are those still will perceive a situation as it start being emotionalized. As they're emotionalizing the situation, they will perceive it. And yet they will still have an opportunity to change. It's a little bit difficult when it comes to that close call, but it's possible. And then you have those who doesn't know at all that their thoughts has been churned. They go with everything. When you throw cold water, they're gonna complain about cold water. When you throw hot water, they're gonna complain about hot water. Whatever you throw their way, they will complain about it. They will take it. They will take a bite. It's like a fish, hook, sink, and fish. You throw a hook, they take it and run with it. That's the other group. But why this is important? Because we don't know how to think, and we don't exercise this art of thinking. This is what happens to us. Most of us, we take a pill for this, a pill for that. We can't sleep, so we have to take a pill to sleep. We get frustrated, so we guess what? If you're frustrated, your mind is not. We take anxiety pill. We take depression pill. And yes, we take diabetic pills, high blood pressure pills, and pills for this and that. And those pills, some of them intended to ease your situation and walk you out slowly. But because we took upon these conditions through the fault of our thinking. And as long as our thinking persists, we have to persist in taking those pills. Science have proven over and over there is a heart attack induced based on depression. There's a diabetic induced based on depression, based on anxiety. Because all of these conditions cause what we call inflammatory conditions. For those who are doctors can explain it even better. When you're depressed, when your anxiety is high, your cortisol is increased. And when your cortisol is increased, guess what? You inflame yourself. Because cortisol at a higher level, it inflames you. It puts you in this heightened state. Your body is in a heightened state, so everything else is inflamed. And when your body is inflamed, you have inflammatory conditions. And these inflammatory conditions can lead to things like diabetic, can lead to things like high blood pressure, anxiety, and all of those stuff. But the root cause of most of these things is our thinking. So choose this day whom you shall serve. Once you make that choice, I made a choice. I had an opportunity to whine and grind about the traffic. And maybe I'm going to be late. Yes, I wasn't. Actually, I was way on time. But I had a choice. The choice was there, and I made a choice whom I might serve that day. I ask you the same question. Whom do you want to serve? Love of that which is going to inflame you, or love for that which will give you peace, will cool you off? And let the universe, let the God of your mind, the God of your world, determine the end experience. But as you go through that moment, be at peace, be at calm. Know that you have a choice and exercise it. It's one thing about knowing, but it's another thing about exercising. So make a right choice and you will see the rest is just fine. But as you do so, I'm asking you to make another choice. Please share this video with your friends. Follow if you haven't followed. Subscribe within this channel if you haven't subscribed. And most important, click on the bottom there if you want a free toolkit. I call it the art of thinking. Just click on the bottom and it will lead you to my page where you will be able to get a free toolkit to learn how to think. And you will be surprised the changes you're going to see. Eventually that alcohol, you will not need it anymore, because the need for it, when the body is craving for it, you know you can think differently and tell your body otherwise. Your body is just responding to that which you fed in your thoughts a few months ago, 1 year ago, and consistently you've done so. The pills you've been taking that has made it so difficult for you that you keep taking so you can sleep. Guess what? Those pills is a result of your body craving that which you fed last week, and the week before, the week before, and the month before, and the months before. It might take a process to unwind yourself from it. As they say, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But the next best thing is today. So plant your tree. A tree of your liking that will give you the shade you want. You can eat from its fruits and enjoy yourself. Have a blessed day.